Now, Nigeria's Finance Minister Wale Edu and the Speaker of the House of Representatives Abbas Tajuddin clashed over the country's rising debt at a conference on Monday. Abbas raised concerns that Nigeria's debt had surged to 149.39 trillion naira by the first quarter of 2025, up from 121.7 trillion naira the previous year. He warned that the country's debt-to-GDP ratio had reached 52%, well above the legal limit of 40%. He called for stronger oversight of public borrowing, stressing that borrowing should target infrastructure and job creation, not fuel consumption or corruption. In contrast, Minister Edun remained optimistic, saying Nigeria's debt profile was becoming sustainable. He highlighted a drop in the debt service to revenue ratio and a 34.7% increase in revenues in the first half of 2025. Edu pointed to President Tinubu's reforms such as fuel subsidy removal and tax reforms as key to improving the economy. He argued that these measures are creating a more stable environment for private investment. Despite differing views, both agreed on the importance of fiscal discipline and transparency in Nigeria's debt management. For an analysis on Nigeria's rising debt profile and sundry issues about the Nigerian state, APC chieftain Dr. Odiaka Obire joins us here on Newsday. I want to say thank you very much to you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's get straight into the crux of the matter today, and two contrasting views from two different arms of government. What do you make of Nigeria's rising debt profile?
Well, any nation that wants to grow must surely borrow some money to be able to invest in infrastructure, because infrastructure is what actually drives a proper economy. Because if a country lacks infrastructure, then it's not heading anywhere. And compared to the things that we need in Nigeria as at today, there's a lot of infrastructure deficit that this administration has been tackling head-on right from beginning. It is healthy to borrow, but not to borrow to squander. And I don't see this administration borrowing to squander like we've had in previous administrations. Monies were borrowed and infrastructures are still lacking behind. But today we can boastfully say that there are a whole lot of infrastructural developments going on across the country, not just one section of the country, but every section of the country is actually experiencing some great development strides of this Bola Tinubu administration. Works are going on, roads are going on, rails are being developed. There are a whole lot that is going on that even people are not aware of, because these things are things that actually takes time to materialize. They are not what you buy off the shelf. So they take time, construction work, to conclusion, to commissioning and all that. But I can tell you that right now a whole lot is going on, and yes, we agree that the debt profile is actually what it is, but then there's a whole lot that the borrowings are going into. The states also have a hand in some of these debts that you're talking about.
All right, Dr. Obire, permit me to interject at this point, because there's some people that belong to the school of thought that says that every naira borrowed today is a naira taken from future generations. Because how do we justify burdening the future generation, our unborn children, with debts that they do not even know anything about.
Okay.
Now, note, now, so the crux of this question hinges on the fact that we are not seeing as many jobs created because the amount of monies that are spent as we speak right now, servicing debt, is more than money spent creating infrastructure and growth. How do you justify this?
Okay, that's great, bro. From a layman angle, you'll be feeling from that perspective. I'm a seasoned economist, and I'm trying to make you understand one thing. Every money borrowed, according to the layman, is waiting for the future generation to pay. But that's not true. If there are no infrastructures in place, economy will never boom to the extent that government can take responsibilities of paying the debts that they are owing. Most of these debts you are even mentioning or talking about, they are not just debt taken by this administration. Some have been taken by this administration, and they are being channeled into purposeful use. You're saying the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. There are so many other projects like that that are going on across the country. Take, for example, let me bring you back to memory lane. Look at the Third Mainland Bridge today. For those of you who live in Lagos, you enjoy that bridge. That bridge is an infrastructure. When that bridge was conceived, a lot of people also complained just the way people are complaining now. Is it bridge that we are going to chop? Why are they building? Why are they going to spend so much money for a bridge? But today is a beauty. Is a major infrastructure development that has ever happened in Lagos. And it's connecting both the mainland and the island. And everybody is using that route. Everybody is happy with Third Mainland Bridge. So tomorrow, whatever this administration is doing at this moment, the future generation will also look back and say, oh, our forefathers, they tried. They did this, they did that. So we must not put food on the people's table by sharing the resources of Nigeria across families and all that. Yes, why all these things are going on? Government has also put up a lot of measures to cushion the effects of subsidy removal and the activities that are going on. Look at the education, a lot is going on there. Oil and gas, a lot is going on there. Infrastructure, a lot is going on there. Technology, a lot is going on there. There's no area of our sector that this administration has neglected or has overlooked. Every area is being tackled. Don't forget, these problems are not problems that came up today.
Dr.
These
Obire,
are problems that have been lagging all these years, yes.
I understand where you're coming from. And you've mentioned this, and I want to anchor on what you've been saying. The reason why I say this, the reason why I ask this question right now is this. You've mentioned it that several of the debts, the burden that we actually are crumbling under right now, it's not from this administration alone, but it's from a continuum of the APC. Because when, about 10 years ago, I listened to the former vice president, Professor Yemi Osibajo, speaking about why borrowing, not all borrowing is bad. I understood where he was coming from. But they went into overdrive in borrowing. 10 years down the line, what can we really say has been the benefits infrastructurally to Nigerians? You've mentioned the Third Mainland Bridge. Yes, of course, as they always say, hindsight is vision 2020. Now, a lot of people can say, okay, look at what the Third Mainland Bridge has done. But in the last 10 years, a lot was invested into rail. A lot was invested into the oil and gas sector. And we've gotten little or nothing from that. If there are, please, you're free to probably you are free to educate us on that, on these two key sectors, where I knew several of those monies were sunk into.
Very, 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 very well said. I want you to know that in the oil sector, yes, a lot has been done. We have refineries that were being managed here and there all these years. Not just this APC 10 years. We are talking about even in PDP 26, in PDP 16
Obire,
years.
Please, can we keep it with the last 10 years?
I'm trying to.
Because
I'm
the
trying
last
to
10
make
years,
you on
justifications were given.
Wait.
Countless times on why we needed to borrow, but we've seen nothing major. Things have been done, but major, I doubt
yes,
it.
there's a whole lot major. A lot has happened. That is why you see that Dangote was able to come up with his refinery, because if nothing happened in that direction, Dangote refinery wouldn't be there today. So on that corridor, a lot also happened through investments and all that. Then we talk about the Warri refinery, the Kaduna refinery, and the Port Harcourt refinery. Yes, a lot had gone wrong in the past, even before the APC government came to be in 2015. And I agree with you to some extent that, yes, there are still some setback. We haven't achieved that which Nigerians expected of our government refineries, the functionality of that. And I can only tell you that, yes, in the past 2 years of this present administration, a lot is also happening in that direction. And we saw that the refinery came up some months ago. There were productions and all that. And on the issues of roads and road constructions,
no, I said rail.
Infrastructure.
No, rail.
A lot of
rail, not road. I don't care about. I don't care about the roads. I'm talking about the rail.
Great. So great. So the rails that we inherited from the Jonathan administration, since the last administration before this one, the rails started working, and the rail is still working. Even as we speak, you can take the rail from Lagos to Ibadan. Even as we speak, you can take the rail from Abuja here to Kaduna, and other rail projects are still coming up.
I want to say thank you for your time. It's unfortunate we're out of time, because I would have probably quizzed you more, because the derailment that we just witnessed between Abuja and Kaduna leaves a lot to be desired. But thank you so much.
A lot can listen. These things are equipment, and certainly equipment can break down. Even your phone you're using to talk today, you can wake up tomorrow morning and it won't come on again. So these are equipment. You don't expect them to just continue working without having issues. Issues can happen.
Obire, I want to say thank you very much for joining us here on News Time.